The boy's name is Will. His father is a superhuman leader who can hammer giant robots with one punch. His mother has the ability to fly. Coincidentally, Will did not inherit his parents' superpowers. On this day, his father decided to send Will to Superman School for systematic study. Soon to the beginning of the school year, Will arrived at the Superman Academy. It turns out that this Superman school suspended in the air.
Smooth and easy. Sorry!
Will just got off the bus, was stunned by the scene in front of him. Some of the students will be split, some like a gust of wind, and even some stretching, walking like a spring, before enrollment. The teacher has to test the new students. The students were to take turns demonstrating their superpowers. An ordinary skinny guy walks on stage and he turns into a tall and powerful stone man with enormous strength. The teacher is so shocked that he immediately assigns him to the combat class. It turns out that in school, those with strong abilities can go to the combat class, while those with weak abilities can only go to the auxiliary class. The display of superpowers continues, with some people being able to disguise themselves as teachers, others extending their 6 arms, and others spitting saliva that can corrode walls. When it was Will's turn, he secretly told the teacher that he didn't have superpowers, and the teacher didn't believe him and thought he was joking. Without hesitation, the teacher pressed the button and a heavy car fell. Luckily, Will reacts quickly and quickly lies flat. Since he didn't inherit his father's strength, he should have inherited his mother's flying. Then the teacher pressed the button again, and this time Will was ejected a long way. Will was placed in the auxiliary class. The next day, Will's lack of superpowers was known to the bullies at school. It was a school for superhumans and Will was often bullied because of his lack of superpowers. During dinner, to school bullies noticed Will. The Springer stretched out his arm and tripped him. Will knocked over his meal and spilled it all over the long-haired boy. The long-haired boy was instantly enraged, only to see his hands burst into flames. Luckily, Will blocked the attack with his dinner plate, but the long-haired boy didn't stop there. In the heat of the moment, Will's potential was finally inspired. Directly up to the table overturned the long-haired boy. After a fight, the wall was smashed out of the hole. At night, Will came home from school and opened the door so hard that the door panel was removed. Will was excited and reported to his parents. The next day he was transferred to the combat class and jumped from underachiever to top student. Will's new classmate is the schoolgirl he's been secretly in love with for a long time. The schoolgirl's superpower is electromagnetic control, and the teacher uses her to make a weapon that freezes the classmates who are watching. At night, the schoolgirl approaches Will and asks if she can come to his house to tutor with him. Will immediately agrees, and he keeps schoolgirl at his house for dinner. At the dinner table, schoolgirl invites Will's parents to the school dance, and Will's parents readily agree. After dinner, Will sent the school flower home. To the door, the school flower said, "Hope that will do her dance partner." After a few days, the two of them fall in love. The night before the dance, the schoolgirl invites a bunch of people to Will's house for a party without Will's consent. Will is very upset, so the schoolgirl suggests that the two of them go to a place where no one else is. Will then takes her to his father's collection room. Little does he know that schoolgirl's true purpose is actually his father's collection of shrunken guns. A dance is being held at Superman's school. A mysterious man shows up with a gun and takes a shot at Superman. Unexpectedly, Superman who was hit didn't die but turned into a baby. Seeing this, people panic and run away. Unexpectedly, the mysterious man had accomplices and the doors were locked tight. The long-haired boy found an air vent and escaped with a few people to take advantage of the chaos. However, they were blocked by the people who came to chase them, and long-haired boy and several people rushed to use their superpowers. The people in the ballroom had no way to escape and were soon hit by the gun. All the supers present were turned into babies, just as Mysterio was busy transporting the babies. Will arrived and fought Mysterio directly. Mysterio punched him out of the room, but this triggered Will's ability to fly. He hurriedly flew back to the hall to continue the fight, and used his powerful force to burst Mysterio's helmet. Unexpectedly, the mysterious person is actually the schoolgirl. She approached Will just to get this shrinking gun and take advantage of the school dance to shrink away all the supers and cultivate them into evil forces. Suddenly, the whole hall shakes. It turns out that the school has been severely damaged and is falling rapidly from midair. The situation is critical. In order to save the crowd, Will flew below the school and barely dragged the school with his powerful force. The school is still falling. In the nick of time, a girl turns into a guinea pig and fixes the school's booster system. The school flew back into midair. In the end, Mr. Big Head manages to develop an antidote to the shrinking gun, allowing the supers to return to normal. And Will and his friends became famous in the school after this battle and were given the title of heroes.